Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Buddham, buddham, buddham vande. Dhammang, dhammang, dhammang vande. Sangham, sangham, sangham vande. Buddham, dhammam, sangham vande. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Mano pumbangama dhamma mano senta mano maya. Manasa ce paduttena bhasati va karoti va. Tato nam dukkha manveti Chakkan vahato padang. Mano pumbangama dhamma mano senta mano maya. Manasa ce pasannena bhasati va karoti va. Tatonang sukhaman veti chayava anapayini. Homage to the Exalted One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Dear friends in Dhamma, here today we are going to discuss meditation in Buddhism. As you know, meditation is a very popular topic in the current society. There are a lot of ideas about meditation in the present world. Among them, it is very important to understand the Buddhist perspective of Buddhist meditation. That is very important. And here, according to Buddhism, entire Buddhism is that purifying one's mind. Sacitta Pariyodapnam. The Buddha says, the message of the Buddha is that purifying one's mind. Meditation also focuses on purifying our mind. And the more we practice meditation correctly, the more we purify our mind. Here it is very important to understand the negative thoughts that disturb our peace of mind. According to Buddhism, there are three main unwholesome mental states that disturb our peace of mind. They are greed, anger, and delusion. There are hundreds of negative thoughts in our mind. According to Buddhism, there are 1,500 negative thoughts in our mind. All of them can be included into three. They are lobha, dosa, moha, greed, anger, and delusion. Our main purpose is happiness. Happiness depends on how far we have eradicated these thoughts from our mind. Usually people may think that if they are well educated, if they are very rich, they are successful, they are happy. Actually, that is not true. Our happiness, our real happiness depends on our inner peace. And our happiness depends on how far we have overcome negative thoughts from our mind. Our real success is that day by day, we should overcome these negative thoughts. Usually people daily, they want to collect more money, more properties, more knowledge. And when they are going to forward in these things, actually they have lose their happiness. Finally, they end their lives without happiness, without satisfactoriness. Day by day, they are going away from happiness. Before we went to school, we were so happy. But our parents told us that you have to study, you have to learn something to improve your happiness, improve your knowledge and wealth. We did it. Still we are doing it. But you can understand whether your happiness increases or decreases. And here it is very important to understand Buddhist point of view on the path of happiness, on the path of liberation. As we mentioned before, the Buddha's message is like the ocean. The ocean gradually deepens from the beach to the deep water. Like that, Buddha's message also deepens gradually from beginning to end. Here, it is very important to understand there are four facts that we should have from the beginning to end on the path of happiness. There are four things. We always discuss these four things. Can you remember? Yes, very good. The very first one is associating good friends or noble association. That is very important. The second one, not only associating good friends, we should pay our attention that what they say. That is also very important. And here the second one is listening to Dhamma. Dhamma means world reality. Dhamma doesn't belong to Buddha. Dhamma doesn't belong to Sangha. Dhamma belongs to the people, those who are wise. And the third one, not only listening to Dhamma, but we should reflect on according to what we heard. That is also very important. Wise reflection or wise consideration. Yoniso Manasikara in Pali language. Wise reflection. The fourth one, practice. Practice according to what we heard. What is the Buddhist practice? Buddhist practice can be divided into three. But there, finally we have to practice virtue or discipline in our speech and behavior, and concentration, samatha, and keeping our attention in the present moment for a long time with a positive thought, and finally wisdom or reflecting on impermanence, understanding the world reality as it is. This is the final practice, but we have some other things too. When we are going to meet a good association, we need some qualities. What are the primary qualities that we should need when we meet a good person? When we meet a noble association?
Honesty.
Yes, honesty also very important. But very first level, we should have three qualities. We should be generous. Generosity is very important. We should be generous, and also we should have good discipline in our speech and behavior. And also we should have loving kindness. These three things are primary qualities when we meet association. When we associate a person, when we meet a person, then again we should have some more qualities. As you said, honesty and good attention and wisdom. We should be gently spoken, we should be honest, and we should be wise. Finally, we should have those three things. That is very important. And listening to Dhamma. What is the Dhamma? What is the reality in this world? The reality or truth can be divided into two. One of them is the conventional truth. Conventional truth. And the other one is ultimate or absolute truth. These two things are very important. And what is the conventional truth? What is the conventional truth that Buddha has explained? Whatever we do with intention, we will have same results. Karmic law. Sansaric journal works according to the karmic law. And if our mind is polluted, the results are negative. If our mind is pure, the results are fruitful. If you have this understanding, we do a lot of things and we try to overcome negative thoughts, evils from our life. And the absolute truth, this is the unique in Buddhism. Conventional truth can be seen anywhere, other religions too. All religions say that not to do evil and practice good deeds. Practice generosity, virtue, meditation, a lot of places we can see. And however, their final destination is going to heaven or Brahma realm. Here, Buddhism has another step, another truth, that absolute truth or ultimate truth. And here, it is very important to understand the second level truth in Buddhism. We will discuss it later. What is the wise reflection, wise consideration or yoniso manasikara? Buddha says, I don't see any other thing which is important than yoniso manasikara. What is the wise reflection or wise consideration? Wise consideration means the ability to think something that not to arise defilements and how to develop positive energy. That is the yoniso manasikara. Whenever we have wise consideration, even though we experience negative thoughts, negative experiences, negative things, objects, our mind has no negative thoughts. The thing that we experience is same, but according to our point of view, according to our perception, negative thoughts arise in our mind. And that is why Buddha has explained, even though we have some unpleasant experiences outside, if we have wise consideration, they don't influence our mind. That is the thing that we should develop in our life. This is the most important thing. And also practice, this is the path. Practice also can be divided into two, little by little. We are going to discuss it. Our topic is that here today, meditation, Buddhist meditation. It means purifying our mind and also cultivating positive thoughts. Here Buddha says very clearly, Mano pubbangama dhamma, mano setta manomaya, manasache paduttehena, bhasativa karotiva, tatonam dukkham anveti, chakvanno bhato padam. Mind is the forerunner. Mind is the chief of all states. If someone speaks or acts with a wicked mind, impure mind, suffering follows him because of the polluted mind, even as the wheel follows the hoof of the draught ox. Similarly, if someone speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows him even as one's shadow that never leaves. This is the karmic law. And also, this is the thing that happens in our life. Mind is the main thing that decides our happiness or suffering, our point of view. And if we can correct our attitude, our perspective, our vision, then we can overcome suffering. Here it is very important to understand vision and mission. Both of them are very important. When you study something or when you go to a place or institute, first you can see the vision and mission. That is very important. And what is the vision, what is the mission in Buddhism? Vision can be divided into two, as I mentioned before. One of them is the understanding of the karmic law. Whatever we do with intention, we will have the same result. That is the first vision. With that vision, in mission, we have to do something. I think first of all we should understand the difference between vision and mission. What is the mission? What is the vision? Vision means our point of view, our goal. And what is the mission? Mission means what are the things that we should do to achieve the goal. Both of them are very important. Vision without mission is useless. Mission without vision is blind. Both of them are very important. When we have the understanding of the karmic law in the first vision, then we can practice good deeds as much as we can. What are the good deeds? What are the good deeds? Generosity, virtue, and meditation. As much as we can, we practice these three things. Here, the highest thing that we can practice in the mundane level is that, samatha bhavana, or concentration meditation, or loving kindness. Generosity is very important, virtue is more important, and meditation is the most important thing. Buddha says, if you practice generosity, you can see results many eons. And also when you practice virtue or moral conduct, discipline in your speech and behavior, you have more results. On the other side, if we can practice loving kindness at least 1 second, that is more important than all other things. That is the thing, that in the mundane level, if you need to purify your mind in the mundane level, and also if you want to become a blissful life hereafter, practicing loving kindness is the highest merit. And also you can improve your happiness too. That is why especially psychiatrists recommended to practice loving kindness to overcome stress. For stress management, a lot of psychiatrists recommend us to practice loving kindness. If we have loving kindness, actually our behavior completely changes. And we are generous, we are kind, have compassion if we practice loving kindness. On the other side, generosity, also very important. What is the highest generosity? The highest generosity is the gift of Dhamma. The gift of Dhamma excels all other gifts. On the other side, there is another generosity that we can practice. If you are ready to offer your only son or daughter to the sasana, to the dispensation of the Buddha, that is the highest offering. It is difficult to do, but however, even though you can do it in this life, even though after 100 lives you have an intention to practice this thing, that's the very highest offering. However, in this level, the more we practice good deeds, meritorious deeds, the more we practice, we gain happiness. And here, in Buddhist meditation, we are talking about meditation, okay? Practicing meditation is the highest way that we can use to purify our mind. According to Buddhism, there are 40 meditation techniques. These 40 meditation techniques belong to Samatha Bhavana, concentration meditation. And also, these meditation techniques can be divided into two. What they are? Among them, 39 meditation techniques can be included into one section. Here, we develop positive thoughts when we are going to eradicate negative emotions, negative thoughts. Such as, if we have lust in our mind, we practice the contemplation of the impurity of our body parts. If we are angry, if our mind has anger, we practice loving kindness, the opposite of anger. Using an opposite idea, opposite attitude, we eradicate negative emotions in this level. And also there are another meditation technique which is breathing meditation. That is different. What is the difference of breathing meditation, Anapanasati? From the beginning to end in Anapanasati or breathing meditation, we may calm down our emotions. We don't develop, we don't cultivate even positive thoughts here. From beginning to end, we completely practice mindfulness, the awareness of our body and mind. However, all the meditation, the foundation of all the meditation techniques in Buddhism is that. What is? Mindfulness. Yes, very good. Mindfulness. Mindfulness. These 40 things can be founded on mindfulness. But the important thing, you can see everywhere mindfulness. But when we are going to study, when we are going to learn Buddhist mindfulness, it can be divided into three. Mindfulness, mindful meditation, and mindful meditation path, the path of mindful meditation. Mindfulness means keeping our attention in the present moment, we develop the awareness of our body and mind. And also at the same time, we cultivate positive thought in meditation. And this is the first thing. Again, the second step in Buddhist meditation is that Vipassana Bhavana, insight meditation. The purpose of practicing these techniques, that concentrate in our mind. Before concentrate our mind, we can see more results, many results. Such as when you practice loving kindness, you can overcome your anger. Those are primary results. But the final result of practicing concentration meditation is that concentrating our mind in the present moment. That is very important. The purpose of practicing concentration meditation is to live in the present moment with mindfulness. The reason is we always live in the past or future. We have lost the beauty of our life because we are unable to live in the present moment. It doesn't mean that we should forget our past or future. We don't need to forget our past or future. Buddhism never says us to forget anything. If you forget something, according to Buddhism, it is a big mistake. The main concept in Buddhism is that mindfulness, when we improve, when we develop our mindfulness, our memory gradually increases. Memory and mindfulness are interrelated. Memory is not the fault. What is the fault? When we remember something, if our mind goes to past unmindfully, unconsciously, that is the fault. That is the reason of suffering. You can remember something like a person has blamed you, you can remember it. That is not the problem. What is the problem? When you remember that incident, if your mind is fixed in outside or in the previous experience, unmindfully, then you are suffering, then you may get angry with that incident. That is the cause of suffering. But memory is not the cause of suffering. And here it is very important to understand mindfulness. Mindfulness means the awareness of our body and mind. And also, here we generate positive thoughts. When we develop positive thoughts, in one side we have some results, some as longevity, good health, good complexion, good friends. We meet many results. On the other side, it is very easy to concentrate our mind in a particular wholesome object as the result of practicing concentration meditation. And the very start point is that practicing loving kindness. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings at my home be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this city be well, happy and peaceful. Little by little we spread it to county, state, country, continent, earth, solar system, galaxy, universe. Then finally we feel all of the people in the universe like our children. Even though they have mistakes, misbehaviors, we are ready to forgive them. Forgiveness is a quality, but be sure, forgetting is not a quality. Forgiveness is a quality, but forgetting is not a quality. However, in this situation, in the second level, we practice insight meditation in Buddhism, Vipassana Bhavana. Insight meditation means reflecting on the world reality as it is. In this level, everything belongs to the samsaric circle. As the result of practicing these things, we can improve our happiness, we can make good friends, and also we can develop our longevity, good health, good friends. We have a lot of facilities, results, benefits in this path. Not only that, hereafter if we wish a blissful life, that is also can be gained. What is the nature of this truth? Now we are going to the difference in Buddhism which is the unique. Before we are going there, we should have understanding that what is the nature of this worldly truth or conventional truth. Here, our understanding is that when we experience something, before we experience something, there was something here. For example, when you came here, you may think that there was a hall, there was a temple here, where I came now. After I leave this place remains. That is true, but only in this level, according to conventional truth. And also we think that if we experience something, it is same for everyone. If this is a wall for me, I think that this is wall for everyone. And also if think that if this is a very pleasant picture for me, it is for everyone. Not only that, this is pleasant for forever for me. But it is true only this level. This is a wall for my world. And also this is a wall for my world in this present moment. When my mind changes, immediately my senses change. When my senses change, immediately the experience changes. That is the highest understanding in the absolute truth that we are going to realize in the second level in meditation in Buddhism. That is a deep concept. Here, a lot of people know only this level. That is why they think everywhere the lamp is same. In a mosque, in a kovil, in a temple, in a church, everywhere. They may think that the light or lamp is same. It is true, but only in this level. But when we are going to the next level, in the supramundane level, the Buddhist light is different. The Buddhist lamp is different. What is the difference in this level? In the absolute truth. And now, in this level, practicing meditation in this level, we can gain a lot of benefits. Especially, we can improve our happiness. If you are able to concentrate your mind in a particular wholesome object, such as loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, equanimity, contemplating on the qualities of the Buddha, contemplating on the qualities of the Dhamma, the contemplating on death, the contemplating on the impurity of our body parts. When you practice these positive thoughts in your mind, then the negative thoughts gradually reduce. What are the negative thoughts reduced in this level? In the mundane level? Especially anger and lust or greed. The purpose of practicing concentration meditation is to reduce anger and lustful desire. As the result of reducing these negative thoughts, in short, there are anger and lust, but with details, 5 hindrances. Kamachanda, Vyapada, Tinimidda, Uddhata, Kukkata, Vicikicca. Like doubt, there are 5 things. In short, anger and lust. As the result of practicing this path, as the result of reducing anger and lust, we can improve our happiness, inner peace. But still we have some problem. We have some challenges, even though we have concentrated our mind in Samatha Bhavana. What are the challenges? We are unable to overcome practicing this first path. According to Buddhism, there are 3 challenges we have that we are unable to overcome practicing Samatha Bhavana. What they are? They are aging or decay, the suffering of aging. Even though we practice loving kindness, breathing meditation, when we are going to old age, we suffer, we worry. And also when we reach the death, we are suffering, we are crying. And also rebirth. These three things cannot be avoided throughout practicing this path in the mundane level. That is why Buddha has proclaimed another step to overcome these challenges in this immediate life. And also, as the result of practicing this first path, we can make a mind like a God, like a divine person. Especially when you practice 4 sublime states: Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, equanimity. If you practice these 4 things, even though you are a human being, physically, mentally, you are like a divine person in the Brahma realm. Please try to do it little by little. At least 5 minutes per day. Or you can practice breathing meditation and keeping your attention in the present moment. Breathe in. Please be aware of your breathing in and out again and again. And keeping your attention in the present moment, you can consciously breathe in and out. You can pay your attention, your natural breathing in and out. Then your body gradually become calm down. And also in this level, it is very important to practice loving kindness meditation and breathing meditation. You can see the visible results. The more we practice meditation, the more we can see results. The more we see results, the more we can see our happiness in our life. We can make a heaven. We can make a, Brahma realm in this life. Living in this human world, physically, mentally we can live with gods, with Brahma beings. The very important thing, yes?
Should mission have another S?
Yes.
Yes, please. Okay. I think so. Thank you.
And then this word that you use on page 3. I think Yoniso?
Yoniso Manasikara.
What's the breakdown on that? Yoniso Manasikara. I have a wise reflection and investigation, but what exactly? How do you break those words down?
Manasikara means the thinking way, thinking pattern. Wise means intelligently or as it is, correctly. Yoniso.
Means correctly.
Yes. Yoniso Manasikara. Yoniso means as it is. Manasikara is contemplating. And here, we are talking the mundane level success by practicing meditation. Especially we emphasize the importance of practicing loving kindness and breathing meditation.
Some people do what is called mind focusing. Does that mean samatha?
Yes, we can say mind focusing. That is very important question. That according to mindfulness, we can apply many things in our life from morning to night. Whatever we do, physically, verbally, mentally, everything we can do mindfully, then it is a meditation. Living in the present moment, keeping your attention, whatever you do, then it is a meditation. Satara Satipatthana. When you walk, if you can do it consciously, That is also a meditation. Because you are living in the present moment.
Is that the same as mind focusing?
Mind focusing, we can say it. Everything, asite, pite, kaite, like that in Pali says it. And if we eat something, if we drink something, if we sleep, if we say something, whatever we do, if we can do everything mindfully, actually it is a meditation. Not only we do it mindfully, but we should be wise. Then we don't do bad deeds. Mindfulness can be divided into two. Right mindfulness and wrong mindfulness. Okay, you can see some animals like dogs. They have mindfulness. When they are fight something, when they are going to eat something or catch someone, they are mindful. But it is not the real mindfulness in Buddhism. It says as wrong mindfulness. Right mindfulness belongs to whatever we do correctly. And it is very important. Whatever we do mindfully, actually our activities are correct. That is why we need good association. Firstly, we explain it. We start this path with good association. Without good association, we are unable to enter this path. You can see some people may think that you should kill other religious people because they are ready to go to hell. Before they go hell, you have to kill them, then they can go to heaven. Actually, it is not the real good friendship. And that is why at the very beginning we should have good association who explain the correct path. That is very important. Then we meet right mindfulness. If we are unable to meet with good association, we are unable to practice correct right mindfulness. And here, in mindful meditation, whatever we do from morning to night, if we do everything mindfully, keeping our attention in the present moment, then all of them can belong to meditation. Not only we do everything mindfully, but we think, we reflect on impermanence. And this action arises at the moment, it immediately ceases. And also this action doesn't belong to any particular permanent person. This is only a process as the result of mind. These activities don't belong to anyone in the absolute truth. But in the conventional truth, actions belong to person, those who do it. They have to go to jail if they do bad deeds, in the conventional truth. But in the mundane level, we are so fortunate, we have no prisons. Even though we are in a prison, physically, mentally, we have freedom. We have liberation. If we have the highest understanding in the absolute truth. That is a very important thing. Here, according to conventional truth, if you are at your own home, you are like in the prison. That is the difference. What is the prison? That you depend on outside. In the conventional truth, you depend on outside. Outside persons and things can control you. You are like beggars. You are like prisoners. When outside things and persons change, you depend on outside, you get upset. Your suffering or happiness depends on outside, in this level. But the very important thing, when you go to the deeper level in absolute truth, no one or nothing can disturb our peace of mind. And here, it is very important to understand the highest meditation in Buddhism, insight meditation. we describe mission and vision. Vision and mission. The first vision, the karmic law and the path, Dana, Sila, Bhavana, mission, generosity, virtue and loving kindness. And the highest vision in Buddhism is the understanding of impermanence or dependent origination. What is the impermanence? Impermanence means whatever we experience through our senses, our internal senses and external objects, everything arises at the moment with the conditions. When conditions cease, the experience immediately ceases. That is the highest vision. And also the other thing, because of reasons, the experience arises, but the conditions don't belong to result. For an example, when I make this sound arises because of my fingers, because of my effort, because of my ears and eye consciousness, the sound arises. But this sound doesn't belong to anything. That is the deep concept in Buddhism. In the mundane level that we discuss, there is the owner. But in this level, in this highest vision, absolute truth, there is no soul or no ego, no particular person who has the responsibility. Only a process. And here, the very important thing is anicca or impermanence. It means whatever we experience outside, those things, sounds, smells, forms, and other things arise at the moment. And also our internal senses also arise at the moment. They are not permanent. There are nothing we are pre-made. And everything makes at the moment. Everything is made at the moment according to our present mental condition. This is the wall for my world at the moment. When my consciousness, when my ignorance or wisdom change, immediately my senses change. When my senses change, the experience immediately change. That is the thing. That is the unique which is in Buddhism. We can understand only this truth only in Buddhism. Even scientists, they have done some experiments. They have divided atom, and also according to them, atom changes every moment. But they think that if someone can research atom, any other people also can do the same research. But atom, if I do some experiment about atom, that atom belongs to my world. When there is another being here, sometimes it is not atom for his world. But scientists may say that whatever I experience, anyone can experience the same thing. But Buddhism doesn't say it. It is different from person to person. Not only from person to person, it is different from moment to moment. For a same person, even same person. If my consciousness changes, immediately my senses change. And now this is a wall for my world. When my senses change, immediately this form changes. And if we can understand this reality, we are hurried to practice this path. Why is that? if we don't have this experience, real experience, by practicing this message, when we are going to old age, sickness, death and separation, we have to worry, we have to cry, we have a lot of sufferings. Before we meet those sufferings, we have to overcome these things. That is why we are hurried. That is why we have vigilance. We have effort to practice this message. And we give the priority to practice this message. Even though we have a lot of things, while we are doing everything, earning money, doing our duties to our children and relatives, while we are doing those things, we are finding the real liberation for myself. And we give the priority to practice this message, and also we try to gain the results in this immediate life. The very important thing in Buddhism, other religions, they explain their results after they die. They want to die if they want to see the results, going to heaven or liberation. But the very interesting thing in Buddhism is that before we die, we can see the results in this immediate life. After we achieve the results, furthermore, we can live with our relatives and friends, like a lotus flower which came from mud. And even though a lotus flower made in mud, it doesn't come to the mud, it is over mud. Like that, while we are living in the ordinary society, physically, mentally, we are in the higher level, reducing or overcoming suffering, defilements. The mission in this level, that what we have to practice, there are 3 disciplines like virtue, concentration and wisdom. Finally, next Buddha says, as an intelligent person, the highest things that we can practice to achieve liberation is that practicing concentration and wisdom. Again, Buddha says, even though a lot of teachings in Buddhism, finally, we have to practice only one thing. What is that? Reflecting on impermanence. Reflecting on impermanence of our mind, arising and ceasing of our present thought. If we are able to contemplate on the impermanence or arising and ceasing of our present thought, we have practiced all other things. And be sure, if you are most intelligent or wise, then you are clever to practice the final thing. When Buddha meets some, very wise persons, Buddha immediately explains the wisdom, how to improve wisdom, such as Dhammagaru, Thero. There was a person in Buddha's period time named Dhammagaru. Buddha immediately explained how he has to practice wisdom. And when you see something, when you hear something, you contemplate on impermanence arising and ceasing it. Yes?
What is the sutra for that?
Bahya Sutta. Bahya Sutta in Kuddaka Nikaya. Actually, I have given that sentence here, page number 5, end of the page number 5, Bahya Dharukarya's sermon is here. Buddha says, in that case, Bahya, you should train yourself hence, in what is seen, there must be only what is seen. In what is heard, there must be only what is heard. In what is sensed, there must be only what is sensed. In what is what is recognized, there must be only what cognized is. This is the way Bahya you should train yourself, in short. In this dispensation of the Buddha, the most wise person who quickly attained enlightenment was that Bahya Darukiri. And this is the way how we make a refuge. Buddha says, Atta Deepa Bhikkhave Viharatata Sarana Nanya Sarana. Dwell with yourself as an island, as a lamp, as a refuge, with no other refuge. Dwell with yourself as an island, as a refuge, with no other refuge. Again Buddha says, Dhamma Deepa Bhikkhave Viharata Dhamma Sarana Nanya Sarana. Dwell with the Dhamma as an island, as a refuge, with no other refuge. We should take a refuge in our life. And our own mind, with mindfulness, is the best friend. Even though we have a mind, actually we have no refuge. Mind with fullness, mindfulness, you have a refuge, you have a friend. Mind with mindfulness is the best friend. Mind without unmindfulness is the severe enemy, worst enemy. Okay? We should add fullness to mind. Then we have mindfulness. Then we have safety, refuge. And if we have no mindfulness, actually we are helpless. This is the path. Day by day, try to go forward on this path. And this is the sermon, this is the topic that we wish to talk here. And have any question? Everything is in this handout, okay? If you read this handout, you can get more details. And everything what we discussed here is here. Okay?
I have a question about mindfulness. So, in the mundane level, you're mindful and you're forming good karma, right? But in the supramundane level, you're supposed to be mindful as well.
We have mindful meditation. Here is only mindfulness in the mundane level. Focusing our mind in the present moment, we generate positive energy. And here, mindful meditation means Samudaya Dhammanupassī Viharati, Vaya Dhammanupassī Viharati. We contemplate on arising and ceasing of our body and mind. That's the difference. Okay. Thank you so much for your good attention. By the power of all these meritorious deeds, may our departed relatives also receive this spiritual energy. May they enhance their samsaric journey and may they have a blissful life finally. May they also attain the final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's share these merits with our departed relatives reciting the Pali stanza. Idam me ñāti-naṁ hotu sukhetā hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñāti-naṁ hotu sukhetā hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñāti-naṁ hotu sukhetā hontu ñātayo. By the power of all this spiritual energy, may guardian deities and angels also receive this spiritual energy. May they enhance their divine energy. May they keep their eye on you too. May they also attain final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's share these merits with guardian deities and angels too, reciting the Gatha. Ākāsaṭṭhā ca bhummaṭṭhā devā nāgā mahiddhikā puññantaṁ anumoditvā chiraṁ rakkhantu sāsanam. Ākāsaṭṭhā ca bhummaṭṭhā devā nāgā mahiddhikā puññantaṁ anumoditvā chiraṁ rakkhantu desanam. Ākāsattā ca buම්mattā devā nāgā mahiddikā puññantaṃ anumoditvā ciraṃ rakkhantu tvaṃ sadā. By the power of all these meritorious deeds, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no problems come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May your all righteous wishes meet with success. Finally, may all of us attain the final bliss of liberation, Nibbana. Dukkham pantā ca niddukkhaṃ bhayam pantā ca nibbhayam sokam pantā ca nissokam hontu sambe pipānino. May you be well, happy and peaceful. May the Triple Gem bless you.